But these are the COVID-19 posters which were designed almost every day. Every day they have done one poster. And the beauty of these posters are, on the left side, you can see it related to the health. And on the right side, you can see a similarity with the cyber world. Okay, so beautiful posters have been done. And I'm glad that if you can see at the bottom, Cyber Safe Girl is also a part of this particular initiative. So for those of you who have not yet gone through these posters, kindly take a screenshot of this particular slide of mine, or take your phone and scan the QR code. I would keep this slide on for the next 30 seconds. Requesting you to please scan using your phone, scan the QR code. Or what you could also do is you can just take a screenshot of this page and open it on an app like Google Lens, so that the particular web URL opens. All right. So moving ahead, a little bit about me. I was recognized recently as one among the top 30 unsung heroes by the India Today 2019 for the same project, that is the Cyber Safe Girl project, and had the opportunity to interact with the Prime Minister of the nation. I've been training the Karnataka Police Academy and in the Karnataka Judicial Academy. All right. So in the year 2009, if we can see this particular photo, we can see a helicopter, a pilot, a cameraman, and a camera. But in the year 2019, all these things have been replaced by just one drone. And you don't even need somebody to control this drone, because most of the drones these days are autonomous. Therefore, in just 10 years, there has been a paradigm shift, I should say. Therefore, it is time for all of us to upgrade ourselves. Now, in the year 2020, we are having about 4.58 billion users on the internet, 305 billion mails sent every day. So you can just imagine the opportunity these spammers and those guys who are into phishing, they have got. 3.5 billion Google searches, 5 billion videos viewed every day. 14% of the global trade happens via the internet. 1 trillion unique URLs, and the internet penetration estimated about 59%. So this is the year 2020 for all of us. As my guru, Sanjay Sahai sir, frequently tells, hacking is the new normal. He currently retired as the Additional Director General of Police in Karnataka. So I happened to ask sir one day, sir, what do you mean by this hacking is the new normal? So sir told me, Ananth, among the Fortune 500 companies, 95% of the companies have been compromised or hacked in one way or the other. I was shocked, because these companies usually have the best of the cyber people, the best of the engineers, the network guys, and all that. But again, there was a respite for me, because it's only 95% and it's not, the 5% that's still safe. So I told him, sir, I'm glad the 5% are safe. Requesting you to please switch off your mic. Please. Hello? Yeah. So when I told him that, sir, the 5% of the companies are safe. He told me, Ananth, who told you this? So I was like, sir, I've done my engineering. I know that 100 minus 95 is 5. And he's like, Ananth, 95% of the companies know that they are hacked or compromised. 5% of the companies don't know that they're hacked or compromised. So this is the era that we are living in. All right. So look at this. A small story for all of you. A boy and a girl, they are in a relationship, and the girl asks the boy that, thank you very much. She tells the boy, thank you very much for a great day and stuff like that. But the boy is very reluctant. He's like, before I go to sleep, please send me one photo. one last pic before I go to sleep. Now this girl is in dilemma whether to send or not, because all of you know, if you send a photo, there are chances that the photo, the person might send it to others, or it might get leaked, or there are so many other ways in which the photos can get compromised. But then again, she's like, what about, just a second. So what about the, what if I do not send the photo? What might happen? Then all of you know that the emotional atyachar is going to be there, and you know, all these things. Therefore, she finally makes up her mind and she sends the photo. But again, when she sends the photo, as all of us know, that the most common apps that we use for sending is WhatsApp, Messenger. So let me just show you one of the research that was done, which shows how secure these messaging apps are. So have a look at the apps. If at all we are using WhatsApp, WeChat, Nimbus, then I can say that they're not very safe. Moderately safe apps are CoverMe, BBM, iMessage, Hangouts, Facebook Messenger. Safe apps are Telegram, Threema, SureSpot. But when it comes to the safest apps, it is the Silent Circle, Redphone, OSTel, Chat Secure, and Signal. Unfortunately, not many would have heard about these safest apps because we do not see too many of them on these apps. But if you're really concerned about your security, about the safety and the encryption, I would definitely recommend these apps, which are the safest apps. And I would also be sharing the presentation, the PPT in the end. So even if you're not taking notes, it's okay. Requesting all of you to once again mute. And again, you know the drawbacks of the photos. You have people who have even shared stuffs like opinion poll, exit poll, and results. Responsible people are also being irresponsible most of the times when it comes to sharing photos online. And now coming to the photographs, this was the news that I found on the Yahoo, which is in the year 2019 October, wherein a stalker found a celebrity's location just by analyzing the reflections of her pupils in the photo. Because whenever we take a selfie, what happens is the background, that is whatever is in front of us, the foreground, usually gets imposed on our retina, on our eyes. And if you're using a high megapixel camera, you can zoom these things. Now, how this is done, let me just give you a very simple example. Now, this is a photograph of mine, which was taken at one of the places. But now when you look at the place, it might look like a jail. But in fact, it's not a jail. It is one of the temples where the photograph was taken. Now, how do you know how the photo was taken? Now, let us assume that you get a location like this and you want to find out where it was taken. So, as all of us know that in the EXIF tags of our photographs, in most of the phones, the GPS is active or it is activated by some of the apps, or in many of the cases, we have explicitly switched it on. So if you can just go to this website, which is called as pic2map.com, and if you can just upload the photograph here, you will get exact location where the photographs was clicked. Now, for example, in this case, the photograph was taken, if you can see the left side, you can see it was taken on a Xiaomi Redmi Note 6 Pro on the 27th of September 2019, and the exact address, that is the Chamundeshwari temple, Mysore, India, and also the geolocations where it was taken. So how accurately you can get where a photo or a picture was clicked. Anyways, so I'll just repeat the website for you. It is pic2map.com. Similarly, you can also use different websites like TinEye or Google reverse image search, wherein if you get the image of a certain place, you can use the reverse image search to find out where it was taken. So using these particular tools, probably the stalker found out by studying the reflections of the lady's photos by just finding through the pupils. Okay. So now we need to understand that the old crow used to work really, really hard in order to get the water up in the jar, but the new crow uses the straw. So the example I'm giving here is because the new crow is the hacker. He would be sitting somewhere in the corner of the planet and you wouldn't even know what has happened. Because earlier, if you see, the traditional crimes like burglary, the deceptive callers, the extortion, fraud, identity theft, and the child exploitation, for all these things to happen, the criminal had to actually go to the place and then carry out the crime. But if you have a look at the new generation crimes like hacking, phishing, extortion, internet fraud, identity theft, and child exploitation, all these things are just done by the click of a button sitting somewhere at a remote location. So this is the comparison between the traditional criminal techniques and how the cybercrime happens. Just to give an example, we've been seeing the COVID, which has shaken the entire world. So there are hackers these days who are sitting remotely, and you know that in the intensive care unit, most of the devices function using a Bluetooth or even Wi-Fi for that matter, because there is IoT, the Internet of Things, where most of the devices are connected to the internet. So they can remotely sit somewhere and they can reset the temperature of the refrigerators, storing the blood, altering the medical records, then restarting or rebooting the critical equipments, or even spoofing the blood test reports. So, you know, this is how it is going on. So we need to be very, very careful. Now, just to give you an example of this, okay? What do we do whenever we travel on a plane, or the first thing that we do when we alight, or when we get down, is we take the boarding pass and we just tear it and put it into the dustbin, isn't it? So this is what most of us do. Kindly do not share any content. Okay. So that is what we do. What we do is we take the boarding pass and we take the. Kindly switch off your mics. So this is what we do. Now there is an app which is called as Read My Bob. Okay, so this Read My Bob app, what it can do is it can scan the QR code that you see at the left side of the boarding pass. It can scan the QR code, and in most of the cases, it can give all these details about the passenger, which is a very, very dangerous thing, because most of your details, which you would like to otherwise keep private, might get public, so that just by one careless action of ours of taking the boarding pass and throwing it into the dustbin. Anyways, so the other day, the same thing happened, wherein there was one more person who also got his information leaked, even though he had taken care of the boarding pass. But as all of you know, if you are having check-in luggage, now the luggage would also be having these QR codes on them. Most of the flights print the QR codes on the luggage as well. So you need to take care, because we see many of them who do not wear that check-in tags even after many days, even after many days. So this should not be the thing. These are some of the small actions that we need to take care. Okay, now look at this example. There was one person who got one message telling that on an Amazon there is a sale and you need to click on the link and get the mobile phone for 499 rupees. But when you look at this message itself, most of you would know that this is not a real message, because real Amazon site, because it is actually a subdomain of a domain called mobileflashsale.com. mobile-flashsale.com. But not many would know that it's a subdomain, because they would just read the word Amazon and they would think it's a flash sale and they would buy. But again, as you know that not all are computer literate, they can very easily get carried away. But now let me tell you one more scam which is happening. Now, for example, the other day somebody got a message saying that these MAC lipsticks are available. Each lipstick otherwise costs about 2,500-3,000 bucks. It is available for 300 bucks. So the link that they got was Amazon.com. Now, if you have a look at both the Amazons, one is the real Amazon, the other one is a fake one. Now, if anybody looks at the link here, they would definitely tell that both are the same. Or a few of you might tell the first one is fake and the second one is real, because I've given you the second one for comparison. If I do not give a second one for comparison, if it is only the first one, most of you would get it. Therefore, let me just explain to you what this is. This is called as the IDN homograph attack. In other words, Internet Domain Name Homograph attack. Homograph means something that's similar. So what you could do is you can create a domain name which looks similar to the existing domain name. Now look at this. In the English language that we speak, it's written in the characters called Latin characters. Okay. Now there is one more character set called as Cyrillic characters, which are very similar to Latin. Now, how do you find this Cyrillic? Whenever you type a message, if you can just hold on for a long press, the vowels, that is A, E, I, O, U, then you can see these Cyrillic characters showing up on your phone, on the keypad of your phone. Unfortunately, the domain names can also be purchased not only in Latin, but also in Cyrillic. Therefore, what happens is, whenever you get a domain name, it is very difficult for you to actually check. So what I usually tell is, if you get any domain like Amazon or Flipkart, when you click on the link on your SMS, the app has to open, then it is a real one. Again, there can be changes here as well, because there are instances where people had given their phones for repair and fake Amazon apps and fake Flipkart apps were also installed, so that this is also possible. But in most of the cases, if the real app opens, then it is true. Let me repeat. Kindly switch off your microphones. Requesting the host to kindly switch off the microphones of everyone.
Yeah, I'm just doing it. I think Sri Rajkumar sir, can you please mute your mic? I'm just doing it. I think still people are here and there. Yeah, please go ahead, sir. Please go ahead.
Thank you. All right. So this is called as the IDN homograph attack, which is the Internet Domain Name Homograph attack. Fine. So the next attack, the common attack that's happening is the girls and the men also. What they do is, the newer generation cards that they get, debit cards or credit cards, they have, you can see the Wi-Fi kind of a symbol, the RFID cards. So what happens with these cards is, in India, up to a transaction, I think now they have downgraded it to 1,000 rupees. You actually do not need to enter the ATM pin while doing the transaction. There is a disturbance. I request for the mic to be switched off.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the problem that because most of you have these cards with the NFC, the RFID cards. Now, what happens with these cards is, until and unless you do not protect them in the wallets, which are called as the RFID safe wallets, you get the wallets explicitly mentioning RFID protection wallets. What would happen is, anyone can withdraw about 1,000 rupees from your debit or credit cards without your notice. And in fact, if you do not see your phone for a long time, you would not even have seen the alert message. There are possibilities that you would not even know that the money has been removed. So currently, we are having 7.6 billion population and 5.1 billion people on mobile, and 4.4 using internet, 3.49 on social media, and 3.42 on mobile social media. So the chances for a hacker is, okay, somebody is asking a question, what is the full form of RFID? It stands for Radio Frequency Identification, RFID. Anyways, so now let me just give you an example. As I said, there are so many phones here that are in the market, and you know that as my guru has already said, hacking is the new normal. So how can your phone be hacked? So this is a very simple example that I'm giving you. See, now people keep getting messages like these, okay, that send this message to 10 people, otherwise bad luck would haunt you for the next few years, or somebody in your family would die, and you know, all these things. But I have so far never come across anyone who has died because they have not forwarded the messages to 10 people. But nevertheless, what happens is, if at all you get a message which which you are unable to believe, then the best fact-checking website in the world is the Snopes, Snopes, Snopes.com. You can go to this website and you can check whether the information that you have received is fake or genuine, okay, because they've got a very nice comprehensive list of most of the messages that are getting circulated, so you can see that, number one. Second, now if you have a look at this is the World Trade Center attack. You can understand that when this attack happened, the Osama had got very easily, he could transfer the message to those people who had carried out the attack, because it was told that he used a technology called as steganography. Now, what is steganography? A small story I would like to mention. There were two kingdoms fighting with each other. Finally, they decided that we have to stop the war. So one kingdom gives the other one a huge wooden horse. Okay. Now, this horse, the king keeps it in the center of the city. But what happens, unfortunately, is at night, the horse opens up, and inside the horse, there were many soldiers who come out and brutally kill all the people in that particular city. So the name of this horse is called as Trojan. And that is why we call any carrier that carries the virus from A to B or from one location to the other as Trojan. Now the Trojan has got wings, and we call this as Pegasus. And you must have all heard, Pegasus is the most sophisticated tool that is used for hacking by the NSO. And recently, the WhatsApp of many people were hacked by this particular tool, which is called Pegasus. So Pegasus, if it is, and I was told that the Pegasus was installed into others' phones, not by them clicking any link or visiting any site, by just the attacker was giving a missed call on WhatsApp to the person concerned, and the Pegasus was getting installed on their phone. All right. So exactly, the horse is in the movie called Troy. So now this is steganography. So steganography is where you're hiding something in the text, in a video, in an image, or in a sound file. Now let us assume this one. So I have a Mona Lisa's photo. So what I can do is I can hide something in this particular Mona Lisa's photo and send it across. It can be a software, it can be a message, it can be anything that I'm hiding. So a tool called Steganography. Steganography. Please do not use this tool for malicious purposes. I am giving the information here only for education purposes. Okay. So the Steganography tool can be used wherein you can put one software inside a photo and send it across. Now, the most common software that is put, or I should not use the word software, the malware that is used to transfer these photos is, we call that malware as the one that switches on your phone's front and back camera without your consent. Now, if you have a look at your phone, the front side and the back side cameras, whichever side you keep your phone, the camera is always on the top. Now, if this malware has gone into your phone and your phone can secretly record your photos, your videos, and click your photos without your permission, and it can send it across to the attacker. Now, you might be wondering, why would somebody do this to you? So let me just give you a very simple example why it is done. Now, have a look at this particular slide. Anytime whenever you visit a YouTube video, most of the videos start with an ad. Now, the person who has uploaded the video, if he signs for the ad in YouTube, he can earn money. We call this by Google AdSense. You know, he can earn money, monetization program happens. Now, how much money he earns? There are people that no matter how much ever money they get, they need more money. So it was also told that if YouTube is paying you, say, about 2 paisa per view, per ad, if they're paying you that much money, a porn website would pay you 5 paisa, you know, more than 2 times. Therefore, now what people require is they do not want to work hard, like how this boy who is only 7 years old, who has made $22 million just by uploading toy videos on YouTube, and his channel is called as Ryan's Toys. Okay, he's earned $22 million. But people want quick money. So what they do is, and I was yesterday reading the paper, because of this lockdown, the people in India have started watching more porn than how much they used to watch earlier. And the disturbing trend is they're searching for child pornography. This is something even more disturbing. But if you have a look at the countries in the world, when it comes to the Pornhub statistics, India is the 3rd highest porn watching country. Now, if they have to upload content on the porn websites, very easily they cannot put any content. They require explicit content, which can be recorded from your phone, because we take our phones to the bedroom, to the bathroom, to the dressing room. We take our phones everywhere. And what happens is the phone can record videos and click photos. And these videos, the hidden camera videos, can be put on these sites so that the attacker can earn a lot of money. So this is what is currently happening. Now let me just give you a simple example here. How many words are there in English language? I'll give you all 5 seconds to know the answer. If you know the answer, please put it on the comment box. How many words in English language? Anyways, 26. It's 26 letters in English. It's not the words. But anyways, thank you for commenting. Okay, 2. All right. So in fact, if you can just take your phone and say, okay, Google, you will get this particular screen, right? And you can just ask how many words in English language, and there are 1,71,476 words. Okay, so KM Bhuva has said the right answer. Probably after the workshop, I'm going to give him a prize. So 1,71,476 words in English language. Now, the thing that I wanted to tell you here is, see, I'm just talking to you and I'm not doing anything. I'm not pressing any button. And I'm just saying, okay, Google. And when I say, okay, Google, this particular screen opens. Why? Because my phone is listening to me 24 hours, 24/7. My phone is listening to me, not just my Google. Most of the apps are listening, because whenever you install an app, you would have already given agree to this terms and conditions checkbox. And one of the most important things that they ask is, they want to access your photo, they want to access your videos, they want to access your contacts and all that. And nobody can read the terms and conditions, because if you have a look at the terms and conditions, even the William Shakespeare's Hamlet and Macbeth had about 30,000 words and 18,000 words, but our PayPal and others are having even more words than Hamlet and Macbeth. So practically, they know that we are unable to read the terms and conditions. So most of the apps, what they do is they earn money from your data, because the new saying here is, data is the new oil. And you must have all seen that whenever you're going to install an app, it asks you for all this permission, and we go on pressing okay, 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 allow, allow, allow. But in most of the cases, if you say deny, then the app doesn't work. Therefore, we are forced to say okay. So just wanted to tell you that earlier our grandparents used to tell that, the walls have got ears, especially whenever we spoke something secretive, used to always tell the walls have got ears. Movable walls with us wherever we are going, which constantly listens to us. Also, there are devices like this SpyMax Pro 350, which is not very expensive. Requesting to please switch off the mic. All right. There is one mic which is on. I want it off. Yeah, it's off. So there is this app. There is this pen drive kind of a device called SpyMax 350 Pro. It can record for 25 days. 25 days it can record. And that too for 288 hours with 60 decibel sensitivity. This is something very, very good. And you wouldn't even know that if somebody has kept this in your office or in your home or anywhere, and it can go accordingly. So these are some of the covert devices which are available, which can record. Switch off the mics. Okay, now look at this interesting thing. There was a girl who had, along with her boyfriend, where she had, decided that both. I want one of the mics off, please. Thank you. So there was this girl who decided that she wanted to, along with her boyfriend, tie up and they can start working out. And they bought themselves a Fitbit, okay, a Fitbit device. In spite of me repeating so many times, the mic is still on. Requesting the host to please switch off the mics.
Sir, actually, I was just doing.
It's clear now. So, all right. So I think I'm audible now. So look at this. The boy and the girl, they start working out together, and they take their Fitbit data. Fitbit is a smartwatch which tracks how much you walked, how much you exercise, how many calories you burnt, and all that. And then what happened was, this girl, when she was checking, she found out that there was unusual activity in the Fitbit at 4 o'clock in the morning. Okay, 4 o'clock in the morning. And then she definitely knew that this guy was two-timing, that, he was having an affair with some other girl. Early morning and other times, it was showing spikes in the activity. So this is how the technology has reached. And when somebody asked me, sir, I did not understand how did that at 4 o'clock, the data showed high in that particular boy's Fitbit, I had no answer to say. I said probably he was doing Surya Namaskar at 4 o'clock in the morning. Anyways, jokes apart, I request all of you to do Surya Namaskar in this lockdown period, because it is a very good immunity booster, and it also helps you to stay fit. Because after lockdown, people should not bloat up and come out of their houses. Not just Surya Namaskar, you can do any exercise, but keep yourself healthy, because stay fit India is very important. Next one. Whatever you search on Google, even if you had searched something like, say, Katrina Kaif's photos about, say, 10 years back, it is still going to be there in the Google servers. You might delete it from your history or from your Google activity page, but in the Google servers in 7 different locations, it is going to remain forever. So whatever you have searched, it's going to be there. And I've also heard that many of the companies have started asking Google for profiling people if they are going to hire them on sensitive positions in the companies. So Google can actually tell what you are, what your orientation is actually, whether, because we all have two sides. One, what we show to the world. One, what we actually are. And what we actually are, Google knows. So they are using this data by using data mining techniques to profile people, to understand what is the orientation of different people. If you do not want Google to check what you're searching, then the safer website for you would be peakier.com. peakier.com, which is the most privacy-oriented search engine. And this is my favorite website that I use, which is DuckDuckGo. So DuckDuckGo is one of the best websites which does not store anything. See, just to give you an example, if you just search on Google, one washing machine, then any website that you visit, any website, you will be only seeing the washing machine ads. This is how Google makes money out of you, by telling advertisers what you are actually looking at. But if you do not want this tracking to happen, you can use DuckDuckGo and peek here. All right. Now coming to your passwords. Most of us have got different passwords. If your password is 4 letters, with a standard computer, I can hack it in less than 1 second if it is having only A to Z. If it is having 5 letters with capital A to Z and small a to Z, that is uppercase and lowercase, it can be hacked in 25 seconds. If it is 6 letters, it can be hacked in 1 hour, even if you have put numbers in it. So your ideal password should be 10 letters. It should have symbols. Symbols, when I talk about it, is it should have percentage. Of the mic, please.
Sir, I request everyone, please switch off your mics. Ganapati, switch off your mics. Kumar 88, Ganapati Kumar 88. I request you, please mute your mic. It is so disturbing to the speaker, and it is also, we should not take any chance. Ganapati Kumar 88, please.
All right. Thank you.
I also request everyone, your mics. It is so disturbance while during the session. Okay, please.
Okay, so thank you, sir. The ideal password should be 10 letters. It should have symbols, numbers.
Please mute your mic. Rupam Gupta, please mute your mic. Please mute your mic.
All right, thank you. So let me just move ahead because we are running short of time. So these are some of the passwords in the year 2018 which were revealed. If one of your passwords is among these, I request you to kindly change your password immediately, because your password should be having only 10, at least 10 characters, uppercase, lowercase, numbers, and symbols. Okay, so these are the worst passwords of the 2018, and these are the worst passwords of the 2019. It's unfortunate that some of the passwords are I love you, QWERTY, and ASDFGH and stuffs like that. So requesting all of you to change your passwords today itself. Today itself. Okay. That's all right, Rupam, madam. It's off now. It's clear now. Now, there is this website called as howsecureismypassword.net. This is not for you to try, but just then, if you are wondering, how did I tell this? How can I tell whether the password can be broken in 1 second or 25 seconds and stuffs like that? You can just randomly put some passwords, not your password, any password, and you can figure out how quickly would that password be cracked. Look at this here. So here there are about 8 characters cracked. This is about 4 weeks to be cracked. This is my password, which takes about 93 trillion years to crack. So it's all about the safety measures that you take to keep your password safe. So just to tell you once again, make sure that your password is 10 letters. It's having symbols, numbers, uppercase and lowercase. That is capital letters and small letters. Okay. Now the other method to have a very good password is by using passphrases. Passphrases. No, please do not check your password on this particular site. You need to check some other passwords. Similar passwords and all. So you just get an idea how the password works. And another way is like, look at this. My dog Sylvia has a birthday on Jan 14th. So you can just use the first letters of these this phrase and you can create a password. These are really strong passwords, but in this case it is not 10 characters, so it's not that strong. But make sure that your password is 10 characters. And this website I request all of you to visit. It's called haveibeenpwned.com. Okay, you should visit this website, haveibeenpwned.com, HAVEIBEENPWNED. Type your email address there, not a password. Type your email address there and click on pond, and you will get to know whether your email data has been breached or not. Okay, if it has been breached, it's time for you to immediately change your password. Now, recently, many of them have got this email, and I'll tell you, the best of the people have also got shaken by this email. That is, they have given your password openly. Okay, they're told, we know that this is your password, and we know the websites that you have browsed and the sites that you have visited and downloaded. We are going to send this across to all your family members and your office colleagues and shame you. Otherwise, you have to send $1,000 by Bitcoins to this particular wallet. So this email has shaken many of them. Okay, so this is one way of Bitcoin ransomware. So you need to be very careful that your password should be regularly changed. So haveibeenpwned.com. And also, I request all of you to use this DigiLocker app, the Government of India app, not to store any information as such, but to retrieve your PAN, Aadhaar, and your driving license, RC, pollution check, all these things. Because many a times we drive or ride our vehicles and go, the cops catch us, and we would not have the records with us. So we can show all these records, including the insurance, on the DigiLocker. I'm using DigiLocker. I'm having about 12 certificates that I've downloaded from DigiLocker. All right. Okay. So the old view is a quick entry and exit. The new view is hidden long-term presence. And the best attack is undetected and undetectable. So the newer generation attacks are happening this way. I want to tell you all a small story about 5 monkeys. Okay, listen carefully. So there's a house where they sell second-hand phones. Okay, so I went there and I told him, boss, I want to buy some second-hand phones. So that guy told me, sir, see, there are 30 phones here. You take any of them. I told him, boss, I want girls' second-hand phone. So he was like, he did not understand what I said. So he's like, see, sir, 30 phones are there. You can take any of them. Requesting of the mics. off the mics. Hello? Hello? Requesting to switch the mic which is on. Yeah, it's fine. Because the which is switched on, so it's getting repeated. Switched on, so it's getting repeated.
Ari.
Hello? Hello? Are all the mics switched off? Are all the mics switched off? To please not waste the time because people. Mic switched off. I request all of you to please not waste the time because there's too many people. Hello. Hello. Yeah. Okay, so I went to this. I went to this. Take the presentation. If this is happening.
Hello, sir. Can you play Rohit Kumar? Rohit Kumar.
Finish the people out of the group. If they're not obliging,
Rohit, she can please.
am I audible now?
Still echoing. I was like, who is that person? Hello.
Hello. Yeah. So I'm sorry, my dear participants. Anyways, so I went to the shop and I told him, boss, I want to buy some mobile phones which are second-hand phones, the girls' phones. So he was like, are you crazy to ask such question? I said, why? So he was like, I will call the police right now if you're asking such things that you want girls' phone. I said, listen, I want girls' phone because if you have a look at a boy's phone, they usually take care of their phones only for 1 week or maybe max 1 month. And after that, they are going to use it so roughly. But when it comes to the girls' phones, they maintain it and they take care of it so nice that even after 1 year, the phone looks as good as new. Am I right or wrong? I asked him. And that time he was convinced. He said, yeah, you're right, sir. And I said, please give me the girls' phones. And then he gave me, out of those 30 phones, he gave me about 10 phones. And he said, these are all girls' phones. And I bought all of them. Okay. So, and then I found out that among the people who are phones, there are 5 types of monkeys who sell their phones. Okay, I'm sorry to use this word monkey, but then very immaturely they sell their phones. Now let me tell you what are the 5 different types. Okay, this is the first type. They sell their phones with the SIM card in it and memory card in it. Can you believe it? There are so many people who sell their phones because they believe that when they buy their new phone, they will take a new SIM card and memory card. It's terrible. Okay, the second type of people, what they do is they sell their phones by removing the SIM card and memory card. This is second monkey. The third monkey, what they do is they delete all the messages, the photos, the emails and all that, and they sell their phone. Third monkey. Okay. Fourth monkey. What the fourth monkey does is it goes to the settings and it signs out from the Gmail account that you have signed in, because in many cases what has happened is what you do in your phone, if you are signed in, if you are logged in on a device somewhere else and using the same Gmail account, the Google account, what you do on that device comes on this phone, and what you do on this phone comes on that device. So this is how Google works. Irrespective of whichever devices that you are using, what you do on one device gets updated on all the devices. So recently that same thing happened. One girl had not signed out from her phone, and she was checking out certain things on her laptop, and the guy who got her second-hand phone was getting all the information about the things that she was doing. So this is very dangerous. This is the fourth type of a monkey. And the fifth monkey, what they do is they press the power button and the volume up or down button depending upon the phone, and go to the factory settings and reset, format the entire phone. And these are the 5 types of people who sell their phones. Now, whatever method you are using among these 5, it is not at all safe, because if you sell your phone, what can be done is we can use a tool which is called as the Celebrite tool, which is one of the best tools available. It's not available for general public. It is available otherwise also. So if you have this tool, you can get all the information out of your phone. You know, what are the informations? Your passwords, deleted files, bank account details, recent files, current location, contacts, recently viewed sites, name and addresses, even your thumb, your biometric, you know, everything can be accessed, your credit card numbers from your phones. Therefore, the safest thing that all of you could do is you have to install this app called as Secure Erase. The name of the app is called Secure Erase. I request you to use this app and then delete all the contents. And we call this as military grade deletion. You do this military grade deletion, what it does is it does not format your phone once, but it formats it 8 times. And every time it formats, it puts some junk value and it formats it. Therefore, I request you to do that, so that what happens is whenever the phone that you sell, the person who buys will not be able to use any of these informations from your, retrieve the informations from your phone. The name of the app is called Secure Erase. Secure Erase. Okay. So now coming to the CyberSafe Girl part. So CyberSafe Girl 1 was launched in the year 2018. You can see the ISEA logo because ISEA sponsored and supported CyberSafe Girl to a very, very large extent. And then we came out with a version 2, which was in the year 2019. Okay, in the first version, we had only 15 sketches. In the second version, we have come out with 25 sketches. And probably in the next 2 weeks, we are coming with a third version with 30 sketches. Now, I'm going to talk about 6 crimes that take place from the first version. Then I will tell you 5 important crimes from the second version. And then I'm also going to show you the 5 new crimes of the third version. Okay, I'm going to show you the new crimes. The app is called Secure Erase. Secure Erase. No, it's a good question. Why is it only for definitely it is for both the genders. It's not just for women. But this is an initiative under the banner of Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. You know, it's under that. So we had come out with this Beti Bachao Cyber Crime Safe. So that is why we have given the name CyberSafe Girl. But the books are given to boys as well as girls. It's not only for girls. It is for everyone. Okay. Because cybercrime does not see gender at all. It's for all. Anyways. So the second version has got 25 crimes, but I'm going to talk about 6 crimes. I request you to take a screenshot of this or use your QR scanner on your phone. I'm going to keep this for the next 30 seconds. Scan this and download the second version, version 2 of CyberSafe Girl. You can just download it. The ones who do not have a QR code scanner, please take a screenshot of this and later scan it by using Google Lens. Google Lens is an excellent app, and not just you can scan QR codes, you can even, you can take a photo of a newspaper and all the text, whatever is there in a newspaper, you can copy the text using Google Lens. Such a fantastic software. Please use it. Google Lens. Okay. Now look at this. This is about the I just got this poster recently. It's a TikTok video. Where who is number one in the TikTok. Now let's see what can be done with TikTok. Okay, just to tell you what can be done with TikTok. Look at this video, all of you.
We're entering an era in which our enemies can make it look like anyone is saying anything at any point in time.
Jordan Peele created this fake video of President Obama to demonstrate how easy it is to put words in someone else's mouth.
Moving forward, we need to be more vigilant with what we trust from the internet.
Not everyone bought it, but the technology behind such frauds is rapidly improving, even as worries increase about their potential for harm. This is your Bloomberg Quick Take on deepfakes. Deepfakes, or realistic-looking fake videos and audio, gained popularity as a means of adding famous actresses into porn scenes. Despite bans on major websites, they remain easy to make and find. They're named for the deep learning artificial intelligence algorithms that make them possible. Input real audio or video of a specific person, the more the better, and the software tries to recognize patterns in speech and movement. Introduce a new element, someone else's face or voice, and a deepfake is born.
It's actually extremely easy to make one of these things. There were just some,
Okay, so you have seen this. You can take you can take my video and you can superimpose it with Hrithik Roshan, and you can. It looks as if Hrithik Roshan is delivering this today's lecture. So this is called, and videos or any video for that matter can be taken, and they can make a different video out of it, or they can take your photo and they can put it to some other video and make it look as if, for example, this Kabir Singh movie. They can take my photo and they can just impose it on Shahid Kapoor's and make it look as if I have acted in the Kabir Singh movie. So this is very, very dangerous, and especially one new app has come into the market, which is called as Deep Nude, DEEP, NUDE. Such a dangerous app that you upload anybody's photo on that particular app and press OK, and automatically that person becomes naked without any clothes. So it uses deep learning and artificial intelligence in order to do this. Please do not use this app. It is available on the internet, on the dark web, but this is not for you to use it because it's illegal, and do not use it. But you know what's happening? Many of the people are uploading their high resolution photos, and these, especially recently I was talking about the sari challenge. Many of them are into the sari challenge, and clear photos are put on the internet. And what happens is it takes your photo using deep learning algorithm. It can make anybody naked, so this is very, very dangerous. The app is called Deep Nude. So yeah, very dangerous. It's because, and what many have done is, they've made them naked, and they've even sent that particular photos to the girls and started blackmailing them, telling that, I've got your naked photo, I'm going to put it in different groups, and all such things. Also, they have put the naked photos on porn websites also. So this is very bad thing to do for anybody. Okay, well. So this is how CyberSafe Girl is. Each chapter has got one info tool, and I want you guys to read the different info tools. Now, in this case, it's about Janet and one guy. They were in a relationship, and she breaks up. And what the guy does is he takes her Instagram photos and makes her into a it. So this is how the deep fakes and the deep nude works. Okay, very, very dangerous. So my request for all of you is, I don't say don't post photos on Facebook, put photos. When you're putting your photos, please put low resolution photos, number one. Number two, the photo should be taken from far away so that it's not a clear photo which people can use it for editing and morphing. Number 3, as much as possible, put group photos so that it's very difficult to extract information. So this is what my request is. Next. Now, online dating has also taken a, see, we are all bored at home, so we are meeting strangers online. Now, in this, who met one guy and he told that he's a deputy commissioner of income taxes and all that. And then finally, he told that his boss got to know that he has taken bribe and he will be suspended. He has to give money to the boss. His accounts are seized. So he takes 2 lakh rupees from the girl. And then after the money is given, he just blocks her. And then finally, what happens is the girl finds out that when she checks the newspaper, that this guy has not only cheated her, but 8 or 9 other ladies like that. And also, one more thing what has happened is this particular guy, whoever has been cheated, who has cheated, he is a married man and he has got 3 kids. So this is what happens. So don't trust people on the internet. Also, the trolling, too much of trolls. We enjoy politicians, but when this is very bad. I don't share any of the trolls, whether it is politicians or anyone. But now these days, what's happening is in the schools and colleges, they're trolling people, trolling lecturers, trolling students. So there are so many people who have even gone to commit suicide because of this trolling. So about trolling, it is there, and Wi-Fi hacking is there. Wi-Fi hacking is what we do is we don't put passwords to our. So most of the times there is a method called as wall driving. So somebody can come outside, a weak password or no password. They can use your Wi-Fi to do some malicious activities, and tomorrow you are the person responsible, because when they track the IP, it would be your router. So you have to be very, very careful when it comes to using Wi-Fi. So at home, please make sure that your Wi-Fi has got a very good strong password and the best of the encryption. And also radicalization is happening very much. People are using internet to put their views, instill their views in your head. And there are many people who have gone and bombed certain places and all that. The radicalization is happening. So please be very careful. Now, this book, once again, I'm going to show you the QR code, because many are asking how to download it. So this is the QR code, or you could also at the same time visit this website called as cybersafegirl.com. But anyways, this QR code is there. You can either scan the QR code or take a screenshot of it and use it for using Google Lens. All right. Now let's come and see. Nobody has seen this. You guys are the first ones to check it out. So these are the 5 new crimes that I have added in the version 3, which would be released after 2 weeks. But you guys are getting the first preview of the version 3. The first one is honey trap. So here basically what happens is there's a married lady. Now she is online chatting with the guy. Okay. And what the guy does is he starts, she tells him to remove shirt, he removes shirt, removes pant. Even he tells her to do the same thing. Okay. And as soon as she ends the chat, he sends her a video telling that I've got your video of yourself undressing. Now what I'm going to do is send this to your family. Otherwise, send me the money. Or sextortion, you will have to come to me, all these things. This is honey trap. This is happening. How this is happening? Because AI enabled videos are available for sale. Now, what is AI enabled videos? Here, a video would be there. Like how you're looking at me, I am talking to you. A video like that, where I'm typing, where I'm talking, where I'm typing. Now, whenever you send a message to me telling that remove the shirt, then my video would go to that point in my video where my shirt removal happens. Okay. Similarly, if you tell me to remove something else also, that you will go to that area. This is like the chat bot. If you go on any website, you see that, can I help you chat box there? And then when you are chatting, it's not somebody who is sitting at the other end. It is AI enabled. It knows what are the common questions people ask, and it knows what to respond. So in most of the online chats that you're seeing, it is not the real person at all. It is a robot. But what is happening is the video that it plays there, it can trick anybody. Many of them get tricked. And what happens? That they also end up removing their clothes, and those videos will be used as honey trap. So, and it's unfortunate that so many of them in India, the biggest of the people, we get to know that they have fallen trap for this particular honey trap. Next, QR hack. Now that time I showed you some QR codes and you guys scanned it because you believed in me. But what happens is somebody can put a QR code telling that, scan this QR code and earn 500 rupees. And then it will show 500 there. And when you press on that, automatically you lose your money, because you know that the same QR code is used in Paytm, in all the other apps also, for sending money and receiving money. And many people do not understand the difference between pay and receive. So what happens is when they scan, they see the amount and they press OK, automatically money goes and they don't even get the refund. So this is how the QR code is happening. Also another QR code, that if you go to your WhatsApp on your phone, if you go to WhatsApp, in the WhatsApp, there is an option in your WhatsApp which is called as WhatsApp web. So the WhatsApp web, it will be showing a QR code scanner. And if you go to web.whatsapp.com website, web.whatsapp.com, if you just scan this QR code, what happens is all your WhatsApp chat comes on the web. So if at all you give me your phone for 5 seconds, I open your WhatsApp, go to the web.whatsapp. On my phone, open web.whatsapp on desktop mode and just scan it, and all your WhatsApp chat comes to mind. All your photos comes to mind. So this way, many of them have got cheated. So don't ever give your phone to anybody, number one. And number two is put lock. WhatsApp comes with lock. Enable the lock so that even if somebody gets the phone of yours, or they will not be able to crack the lock. Another is RFID cloning. I told you that the RFID cards that you have, you should put it in the RFID jacket or RFID safe wallets. Look at this. There's a girl called Aisha. She's an IT employee, and she used to use her RFID tags. Most of you are having the RFID tags. Like, say, for example, in my case, I work with the Sahyadri College. So my Sahyadri College ID card is a RFID card. So I can show this RFID card to open the door. Access control happens to the RFID card. Now here, this Aisha also used to do the same thing. And one day what she does, she has a very bad habit. Every time, whenever she goes, she keeps her wallet on the desk where she goes to the washroom, keeping the wallet there. And there is one colleague of her by name John. So what he does is he has got an RFID reader. He scans her RFID card and makes a duplicate card. After he makes a duplicate card, he uses the card to what? Access various areas in the company using her card and commit certain crimes and all that. So what happens is people think that it is Aisha who has committed the crime. Actually, it is not Aisha. Not all the locations. When they go, whatever the law, it is believed that that person only entered. So you have to be very careful with your credit and debit cards that are RFID. Also, your access control RFID cards. Okay. Next one, last but one. See, the drone surveillance. There is a girl who stays in the 30th floor. And because she stays in the 30th floor, she used to always think that nobody can see because there are no buildings. So she used to always roam around in very minimal clothes. So one guy, what he does is he takes a drone and he flies it up and he starts recording a video, bedroom video and all that, bathroom video from the drone. And nowadays you get these noiseless drones which make no noise only. So you would not even get to know that the drone has come. Otherwise, earlier you could make by the drone noise, the propeller noise. No, you can't make out. Also, what he can do is he can use these drones to deposit certain items to her house without her knowledge. Therefore, it is always advisable to have a video camera, even if you are on the 30th floor, and have the motion detector so that you get to know if any foreign objects are coming near your house or not. See, what happens is you may think this will not happen with me. That is what the major problem is. So it's always prevention is better than cure, rather than be at the receiving end. Now, coming to the last point of search engine fraud, this is the 30th one. The other day, Akshata had booked the flight ticket, and then 2 days before the journey, she gets an email telling that her tickets are cancelled. And she goes to the Google and she types the helpline number of a particular this one airplane, and she gets the number. She calls the customer care. Customer care asks for her debit card, credit card number, and immediately she started losing 10,000 rupees, and she loses it 5 times. So 50,000 rupees gone. In fact, the email that she had received was a spoofed mail. And on Google, do not believe the customer care numbers that it shows. Most of the cases, what they do is they use these injection methods where they put fake customer care numbers so that when you search for it, the number that you see will be fake. So the website or on the boarding pass at the back side, you will have the on the ticket, you will have the number. All those numbers only, not just in airplane, in anything for that matter. Do not believe the numbers that you see in Google, because it's not Google's mistake. These hackers, what they do is they go on putting certain things on Google, which makes you believe that it is true. Therefore, this is how it works. So this is the, don't have to, yeah. Now, one more problem, nothing to do with cyber, but we are all having necks, isn't it? So, and our head is about 4 to 5 kilo. So most of the times we are on internet, we see the laptop or the phone and all that. So depending upon how you see the phone.
हो गया लैपटॉप में.
Mike, please. Yeah, if you keep your phone at 0 degree, then the neck would have a strain of 4 kilo. If you bend it 15 degrees, it would have about 12 kilo strain. 30 degrees, it would have about, you can see, finally the 60 degree would give about 27 kg strain on your neck. That is why most of us have got neck pain these days, because we do not take care of our necks, because we always keep seeing the phone at a 60 degree angle. So please, as far as possible, use your phone at the 0 degree angle, so that you can take care of your neck, because it's called repetitive strain injury, RSI, which causes neck pain. And nowadays, cyber crime as a service has started, where you can contact hackers, they charge you money. So this is how much they're charging for hacking a web server, hacking using a keylogger, email hacking, social media hacking. So, this is how the amount that they're charging. For $230, you can hack anybody's social media account, or you can even change the school grades for some amount, hacking cell phones for $300. All these things are there. So you may think that the person does not know technology. For example, you broke up with your ex. The ex does not know technology. Wrong. Ex may know somebody who offers this cyber crime as a service. Therefore, everybody should install. See, when you're having phones from 10,000 rupees to 1.5 lakh rupees, there is no problem for you to pay 600 to 800 rupees and install a paid antivirus on your phones. Paid antivirus, not free antivirus, paid antivirus. It can be any company. It can be McAfee, Norton, ESET, Nord32, any company. But you should have a paid antivirus on your phone with malware detection. Because if you see the internet that you see is only 4%. That you don't see is about 90%, the deep web. But if you see the dark web, it's about 6%, more than the internet that you see, dark web. And in the dark web, what happens is illegal drugs, illegal guns, pornography, and private communications and all that happen. And they use these .onion websites with the Tor browser for getting into the details of that. But just want to tell you that this guy called DPR, Dread Pirate Roberts, he started this website called Silk Road, which screwed lives of so many people because he was selling drugs online. And like how the Flipkart delivery guy comes, that only one delivery guy used to come and give the parcel at home. People would not get, but that's how drugs and guns. See, you can buy guns online, so all these things were happening. So anyways, now if you have any questions, you're most welcome to ask the questions. And before that, this is my contact number, this is my email and my Facebook, requesting all of you to follow me on Facebook. I don't take calls, so please do not call me, but I make sure that any message that you send on WhatsApp will be 100% it would be replied. Okay, my emails and WhatsApp is always there. Phones not possible because most of the times I am on video sessions and my seminars, so not able to take calls. I don't take calls. WhatsApp, email, Facebook. So Jai Hind, all of you. Now I'm going to stop sharing my screen and let's get to the questions for the next 5 minutes, and then we'll wind up.
Sir, good afternoon, sir. It's a wonderful session and very informative. My one question, what I missed is, you told us software for steganography. So you gave name of that site. So can you repeat that name? And the method of WhatsApp web, how it can be dangerous. These 2 points are not clear. If you can repeat.
For the steganography, we are using, I just give you a simple tool. There are complex tools. XIAO, Xio Steganography. Take an image and you can put a audio, video, file, or anything in that image, text, and you can send. Okay, Xio, XIAO Steganography. And also what you can also do is on WhatsApp web, what you need to do is always check your notifications and see if it shows that you are active in any of the WhatsApp web sessions. If yes, just log out immediately. Because any of them, what happens is they can take your, scan it, and you might be online somewhere else. I'll take 2 more questions.
Hello, sir.
Hello,
Hello.
sir.
Hello, sir. If I found my email address, have I pwned zone? So what can I do?
Okay, so I'm glad that you saw it so quickly. Extremely happy. So what you need to do right now, sir, 2 things you need to do. One, change your password. Change your password. Make sure that your new password has got 10 characters, numbers and symbols. Change your recovery. So in your email, you will be given one recovery email also. If you forget your password, where the forgot password link has to go. Change that. Use a new recovery email. Third, activate 2-factor authentication. That means even if somebody logs in with your password, one OTP comes to your phone so that nobody can log in even if they have your new password also. So these are the 3 things that you need to do.
Sir, I have one question.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Actually, nowadays, a hacker is trying to use virtual number, and he is trying to use that virtual number using WhatsApp and upload the not speaks and everything. So, how to detect the virtual number?
Virtual numbers are freely available on the internet. Anybody can get a virtual number, and unfortunately, people are using that for sending and receiving messages. And all the messages they can receive, they can get OTP also, which means they can even create a WhatsApp account on a virtual. If at all you get a virtual number message, sir, The first thing that you need to do is just block that number. And if at all that person has threatened you, visit cybercrime.gov.in, take a screenshot of that, whatever message you have got, and upload it. You don't even have to go to the cybercrime police also. You can sit at home and visit this link. I'm just typing it, cybercrime.gov.in. You can just visit this website and you can log your complaint, and 100% action will be taken, because enforcement agencies will get to know, sir, what is the virtual number. Even though the person uses virtual number, they get to know who is the person who has accessed it.
Hello.
Hello, namaskar.
Hello, sir. I have one doubt.
I want to ask
Whether if malware was a hello.
Yeah, please tell me, ma'am.
Sir. If malware was infected as installed in my phone, how I can detect? After malware infected, if I install the antivirus, is it will be useful, or I have to fully reset my phone using, as you told, Secure Arrays app? Then I have to install the antivirus app.
Ma'am, you don't have to reset your phone at all. You can just install a very good antivirus, and then you can scan your phone. But while scanning also, there are two types of scan. One is called as a normal scan, and request you to do the full scan. It would take about 1 hour, scan the whole thing, and it would show you certain things. These are dangerous. So quarantine them, like how people who get COVID are getting quarantined. You can quarantine these, and then your phone is safe and good to go. And number two, whenever your phone and the apps suggest that the updates are available, please update them. What most of us do is we postpone it. We tell later. Don't do postpone and later. Wait for it and just update it. It might take some time, no problem, but do that.
So can you suggest good antivirus for mobile?
Hello, sir, I have a question. That you said that there is an app in the dark web in which if a human photo is uploaded, then the photo gets naked anyhow by using artificial intelligence. Whenever the photo is gets naked by artificial intelligence, obviously that converted photo is not genuine and made by machine learning. So how a human, or how a man or woman or girl differentiate that photo is not genuine and that is made by artificial intelligence using a software?
Excellent question, sir. But unfortunately, the database that the Deep Nude is having is 3.4 GB. Okay, so they've got so much of trained photos that if at all I show you a photo which has been done by Deep Nude and I show it to you, 100% you would not get to know that it is a fake or a morph or a artificially created photo, but you would think that it is a real photo. Okay, therefore, what I request, in fact, there are tools, sir, like in law enforcement agencies, they have got tools, and in those tools only you can detect when you upload the photo. The tool would tell whether this is artificially created or not. But unfortunately, for a layman, it is not possible to detect.
So I have a question.
I'm sorry. The safest thing that you could do is don't upload low resolution photos, so that the output that comes from low resolution AI, that is deep nudes and deep fakes, you can figure out that it is fake. Only high resolution will not be able to take. Anyways, I'll just take one last question and then we will wind up.
Hello.
You anyways have my contact number and my email address. So
can we protect ourselves from that hack that you named, that missed called hack?
For that, you have to update your WhatsApp. The latest generation WhatsApp does not support the missed call hack. Just update your WhatsApp. They have plugged the loophole, because that one loophole was there in WhatsApp.
So there was a, sir, I have seen a video.
Yes, Amit ji, tell me. Your mic is muted, Amit ji.
Am I audible right now? Hello, can you hear me? Yeah. Actually, there is a technique so that I can at a time run two different WhatsApp number from my one cell phone. So for that reason, I have to customize my WhatsApp app, that app WhatsApp. So is it safe or not?
This is called as routing. So you have to route your phone first. Then you can use all these various things. Not at all safe. Please do not go to do such things, because you will be, if you are doing it on a separate phone, like you have a separate phone which you are using it for your just lab purposes, to check out how things work and all that, you can do that, but not on your normal phone. Don't ever go to root your normal phone.
Sir, I have one question. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
If someone's Facebook account is hacked, how to find out the hacker? Because this incident happened to one of my friend.
You will not. The only thing you can do is you can go to this link that I had given earlier, cybercrime.gov.in, and they would definitely do the needful. They would definitely do that. Because I'll tell you, no crime can get detected, because especially in India, we are having the best of the cybercrime experts, the best of the team when it comes to surveillance. So nothing to worry. Don't worry. Okay. Anyways, thank you very much, all of you, for
One more
for
please,
patient
sir.
listening. And I request
One question.
the admin to please take over. And I request the admin to also share the PPT that I would be giving, so the ones who are interested, they can get a copy of the PPT. I will share the PPT with the admin, and can share it.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Sir, thank you so much for your enlightening session. It was a wonderful and very detailed session. I think you have covered most of the cyber frauds which are happening, and with lot of knowledge. Like where we cannot gain this much knowledge anywhere. But within 1.5 hours presentation, you have covered many more things. I think almost all my participants are happy with the kind of presentation. I think we can see in the chat box also there was a very good positive feedback from across the people. And guys, don't worry, all distinguished participants, don't worry. If you have any questions, I will keep my session on for another 15-20 minutes. You can just write down all your queries, and we will, if possible, we will share it with, Ananth Prabhu sir. And if his answers, I will post it into the WhatsApp group, or you can check it at InfoSec.
Sir,
of course, sir.
Sir, kindly send the PPT to our email IDs. That will be good.
We will check it, ma'am. Sir is ready to is already agreed, and we are going to share the PPT with all of you. Okay. So once
Yes,
again,
because our email IDs are with you, so kindly send us. That will be beneficial for us.
Yes, that's a request from my side also.
Can you send the recording?
Once again, we thank you, Ananth Prabhu sir, for your enlightening and very informative session. And of course, as you all know, like Ananth Prabhu sir is associated with Information Security Education Awareness project, and usually work and whatever sir's develop, he is to.
Please send the audio also.
And we all what today, at least like there are lecturers, teachers, professors, and there are so many people. So kindly enlighten within your So it is very difficult to safeguard yourself. So by the end of the day, like all our legal enforcement agencies are there to safeguard, but it takes time. But whatever the damage it has to happen, it will happen by the time. It's written on the wall, you cannot take it back. So that is only the policy. As sir was mentioning, prevention is better than cure. So please follow the prevention is better than cure policy in your daily life and safeguard yourself. Okay. And once again, we thank you, Ananth Prabhu sir, for your time and for your beautiful session. Also, yes, and namaste sir, namaste sir. And we also have a distinguished.
Sir, your voice is breaking.
Especially we have okay, ma'am. And we have Sanhotra ma'am, like she is the deputy director of KV region Jabalpur. Maybe may I request Sanhotra madam to give us your feedback on this session. Sanhotra ma'am, ex-deputy commissioner. Okay. Ma'am, are you there? HK Sanhotra ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Hello, yes, ma'am.
To be a part of this session. Listening to Dr. Ananth Prabhu, he's an excellent orator, very knowledgeable, and I know all the information that he has given was very much required in today's scenario. I know people had so many questions. Every day we hear of so many of these cyber crimes, and we really feel so worried. Of course, there's one issue which you said, that once a cyber crime has been committed, it's difficult to identify who has done it. But then, we cannot be at peace. We really have to be very, very worried. And I think we have to step ahead very cautiously. I know whenever I have to download any app, I have to think twice. Is it something okay, or is somebody trying to hack my particular data or whatever? But anyway, I'm sure whatever information you have given, it's very much required, and all have benefited a lot from that. I thank you so much for making me a part of this. And of course, I really look forward to many more such informative sessions in future. Mr. Jagdish, I'm so happy that you made me a part and then giving me such special honor. Giving me this opportunity to speak has been really wonderful. Thank you so much. God bless each one of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All of you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. So once again, thank you very much, Ananth sir, for your enlightening session once again on all the participants. I think today maximum participants who attended the session out of all our sessions. Of course, like it is a wonderful session. Once again, we thank you, all of you, on behalf of Information Security Education Awareness Project for your active participation. And especially we thank Dr. Ananth Prabhu sir for his and wonderful detailed session. Thank you very much. And we will meet you tomorrow around 11:50 on with another session. Thank you so much.
Okay.